We do not have to be children to be rendered motionless by irrational fears. Fears we may or may not be aware of, which control or at least influence the course of events within our daily travels. Its evil presence became tangible as the stories lingered in the minds of men. Some said it had a profound effect upon their prevailing psychological being. Others dared not admit its presence influenced their behavior. Some claimed to have seen the Bogeyman. Some refuted its presence. Some refuted its existence, while others instinctively had it fixed within, that it lurked in the recesses of the mind, creeping among the inhabitants of our collective mental framework, and it meant to do us harm. This irrational fear soon betrayed them, and it was known that justification had to surface for their imaginary friend, beast, and dear abstract companion to linger. But first, more irrational behavior had to surface. The organic machine had to be fed for the specter to roam. Projections had to be mounted on this creature, for the meat on its bones was lean. It had to be fattened up, so utter contempt, environmental influences, faltering economy, class warfare, and bigotry came to the rescue. The regime of fear mounted, and the people wandered about silently, thinking sanity lives not here any longer.
Sanity lives not here any longer.
Sanity lives not here any longer.
The girth finally increased, and more hideous shape manifested in the minds of men. This was tactically necessary for justification to go unchallenged. Where did the black boogeyman originate from? Is it due to what some would call an unbalanced mixture of being? Can there be something logical to this fear, like the open advocation of genocide and a demonstration of expressed desire to kill white children? Is this fear a world in which non-white people monopolize power formerly maintained by whites? As mass immigration continues to pound on the doors of countries, the feared pronoun they becomes frequently used, while people of those lands witness the majority demographic alter before their eyes. Is it fear of the boogeyman changing the proportions of wealth, thereby restructuring purchasing power, while units of political, economic, and controlling cultural influence shifts hands? And then what? Does a bit of trepidation impregnate whites? Is the fetus a self-fulfilling prophecy of thoughts, developing into a system in which whites are the new minority and treated as the apparitions of blacks long past? Do they imagine that the black and brown boogeyman will smell the aroma of fear? Could the depravity that has long lingered in the collective heart of man now shower the minds of whites as they imagine barbaric occurrences? Could the greatest embodiment of terror be that one will be seen for what is within their hearts? What if this boogeyman looks at you and clearly sees it? What if your politically correct vocabulary falters and it senses that you do not grasp how to treat them as equals? That you cannot release the image of a monster from within your mind? What if the monster can behold that which you can't or dare not voice? Do they feel even more justified when receiving intel after the creatures compartmentalizes within its ranks? Do the frightened adults suffer further by clinging only to the imagined and real, yet grossly exaggerated differences? Does their internal voice state, "The creatures do not act like us. They even said so. They do not feel like us. How can they?" They do not bleed like us. Surely even our blood is different as the noses on our faces and our bank accounts. Even the likes of Henry Gates cannot refute that the cesspool of our imaginings has made the boogeyman flesh. Thank you for listening.